Hello everybody and welcome to a new news video. The first thing we are going to talk about is new Galarian forms that are going to be added in the game. So the information has been found in the code for the movesets for Obstagoon, for example. So we can see here Counter and Lick, and then Cross Chop, Night Slash, Hyper Beam and Gunk Shot. So Counter is a really good fast move. And then Cross Chop and Night Slash are both moves that are able to that you are able to fire off really quickly. So it definitely has options. We can see here max CP 2652. So it maxes out just above Ultra League, which means it is a good possibility to use it in the Ultra League. Something like Counter and Cross Chop, it can definitely deal loads of damage to a Registeel. And with the Night Slash and then maybe Lick as well, it can for sure do a lot of damage against Giratina as well. So it has options in the Ultra League. Berserker, Metal Claw and Shadow Claw. So Shadow Claw is a really good fast move. And then charge moves, Close Combat, Play Rough, Foul Play and Iron Head. So that's a really good moveset right there. Shadow Claw is doing a good amount of damage and at the same time charging energy really fast. So it can fire off things like Close Combat, Play Rough and Foul Play quickly, which are all good movesets and all very different movesets, which means that you can use it against a great variety of opponents. Furthermore, if all three of those movesets are going to be used a lot in the PvP, that is always going to leave your opponent guessing which precise moveset you are using. Your opponent cannot rule out any of the three basically. And then Close Combat being a fighting move, Play Rough being a fairy move, and Foul Play a dark move. There's many options there. So that is also what Pokemon Go hebben zeggen. Wow, Berserker was blessed with some pretty awesome moves. It maxed out at 2386 though, so would have been better if it had a slightly higher max CP, but it's still going to be a good one for Ultra League. And of course you could best buddy it to make it a little bit higher as well. And it could be, you could use it in the Great League as well. And then we'll go to Farfetch'd, which has Counter, Fury Cutter, and Close Combat, Brave Bird, Leaf Blade and Night Slash. Okay, so they're saying it seems too frail for PvP, but its moveset is excellent. So you can use Counter again, which is really good fast move. And then Leaf Blade is a move that you can fire off so quickly. And then Close Combat and Night Slash are options as well. So despite not being the best option out there perhaps for the PvP, I'm sure that people are going to try it out. So when they are into the game, look out for the Pokemon PvPers, the Pokemon PvP channels, to see what they are going to do with these Pokemon. That's all we're going to talk about the Galarian forms for now. Then I want to go to Kelvin, which is someone who, well, he says it here, he's doing data mining. And basically everything new that is coming out, that's coming in the code, he is really quick to address it. So the Pokemon rewards, we have a better infographic about that later. So we're going to skip a few things. Then we come here to the battle screen UI has been updated to show how many charge stacks are stored. You can see the Swampert here loading up with energy, and take a look at the Hydro Cannon bar here. First, the first one is full, but it keeps charging. It keeps charging. So what this means is that before, unless you counted, you didn't really have an idea of how many charge attacks you could do in a row if you charge more energy than after the first bar was already full. So you can see here now that already one Hydro Cannon is ready, and he can see precisely how far he is to charge up for the second Hydro Cannon. So this is definitely going to make it easier for you to see, to give an idea of how much energy you have and how many moves you can do. An example that I could use is something like a Melmetal. For Melmetal, you can use 2 superpowers in a row is a common strategy, because after the first superpower you get debuffed. So you want to use them 2 in a row, so in between you don't get more damage from the fast attacks. And unless you count it, you didn't really know precisely when the second superpower will be ready, but now you can see, you know precisely when the second superpower is charged up because of the second bar filling up on top of the first one. So I think that's a great update. Then he's also saying the Go Battle League rating have been removed from matchmaking screen for rank 7 and above. Okay, so normally once you hit rank 7 and you're battling against other rank 7 or higher people, then you can see their rating, right? Now apparently some people were making abuse of this system, so anytime they saw an opponent that had a rating much lower than theirs, they would abandon that match and they would only battle against people with higher ratings. So the reason for this is, if you battle against someone who has a higher rating than you, then if you lose, you will lose less ranking, and if you win, you will gain more ranking compared to if you played against someone lower as you. So I guess it's a good thing that this abuse can no longer take place, but I'm going to miss a little bit seeing the opponent rank. Then he has seen Wayfarer badges, and okay, so there's not that much info out as far as I know about the Wayfarer badge, but clearly it is coming. There's a bronze, silver, and gold one, so it's going to be another badge to add to the other ones, and it's going to be related to Wayfarer surely. So one thing it could do is, in Wayfarer you can review nominations from others, and you could charge up for an upgrade. But maybe they're going to give us another reason to review nominations, right? So let's say for bronze you need to review 10 nominations, and for silver 100, and for gold 1000. In that case, many more people are going to review nominations, and therefore nominations that you made are probably going to be reviewed faster by the community, which could be great, which would add more Pokestops to the game faster. So that could be good. I think they would need to give more rewards for reviewing as well. Just a couple of Stardust rewards, something would make it more interesting for people to do those reviews. One more thing that is a question is whether the reviews that you have already done, if they are going to count for the medal, the badge. So let's say you have already done 1200 reviews, will they instantly get added and give you the gold badge immediately, or will everybody start from zero no matter how many reviews you have done already? We'll have to see about that. Something about stickers, not that interesting I think. We are going to the next one. This is from GoHub, and it's showing an infographic of all of the quests and for the special research. So the first task that you are going to do involve the 15 great throws, 15 Pokemon catching, and 15 transfer Pokemon. You get 1 incense, which is always nice, a Galarian Meowth, so that's going to be your first Galarian Pokemon there, and 30 Ultra Balls. You get a Gotita. Then we're going to evolve 5 Pokemon for 5 rare candy, and do 15 raids and hatch 15 eggs. So that's going to take a while. It's okay because this research is unlimited in time, which means that you can complete it in 5 years from now if you want to. So there's really no rush. But at the same time, I don't see why it's necessary to make the number so high. It's not extra gameplay, whether you make it 5 or 15. The only thing that you're going to see on your screen is the number going up from 5 to 6 to 7. It's not like there's really any extra gameplay in there, so it doesn't seem necessary to make it so high, but okay. Then we get a Darumaka reward. Then stage 3, we can get 30 Ultra Balls, a Tepic, and 500 Stardust. You will need to battle a trainer 15 times, and you can already think of a Pokemon that you want to power up 15 times before you get there. A Blitzle we will get, and then stage 4 we'll get a Snivy, we get a Golden Res and a Silver Pineapple, and a Audino, which is nice for the Stardust. You could even decide to hold on with catching the Audino before something like a double Stardust. So maybe for the Spotlight Hour of Numel, you will get double Stardust. You could try to catch it then. And stage 5 is going to claim reward. Okay, so no test there. Charge TM, Fast TM, and Galarian Stunfisk and Genesect. So here, what you can do, there's really no reason to finish it fast. So once you get to stage 5, I would advise to just wait till a candy event comes, double candy event, and then catch the Stunfisk and Genesect for extra candies. Use a Pinap and you'll get 12 candies. Group rewards, 5 rare candies, and Professor Willow glasses. Alright, so it's not the most interesting special research, but it will get you a couple of nice rewards. The current raid bosses include things like Timber, Clink, Mawile, Alolan Raichu, so you still got those shiny checks. And then Cryogonal as a Tier 3 raid. So Cryogonal is a pretty rare Pokemon. If you don't have it yet, then you could decide to do one raid to get it for your Pokedex. Tier 4 is another shiny check with Marowak, and obviously Tier 5 is still Reshiram. Okay, then we go to more information about the event. So these are the spawns that are commonly spawning in the wild right now from Unova. And we can see the 3 starters, Patrat, and I can tell you that Lillipup is spawning as well. We get Purloin, Pidove, Timpole, Venipede, Minccino. So those are the Pokemon that we discussed already yesterday, which was likely to come, and unfortunately that's really happening. And then we have Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, so Galarian Stunfisk is spawning a bit, for sure. I've already made a lab, and I was able to get like 10 of them in an hour. Of course, it will depend on your region and how many spawns you have, but it is spawning a bit, so it should be possible to gather enough candies and find one good one, so you can prepare it for the Go Battle League. And don't forget that Galarian Stunfisk and normal Stunfisk share the candies, so you can use it for both versions. Then we're going. Oh yeah, one more thing about the spawns is that not all Pokemon are from the Unova. There are actually also Kanto and other region Pokemon spawning as well, which I think is a good thing in this case, because I'd rather have a couple more options in the wild rather than having these Pokemon from Unova everywhere. So I guess it's a good thing, but yeah, it's not really adding to the Unova and Galarian event. So I'm not too excited about the spawns. Make sure to get the Galarian Stunfisk spawns though. And then the eggs. So as they told us before, we will get the Galarian forms of Meowth, Zigzagoon, Darumaka, Stunfisk, and then their normal forms as well. One thing to note is that apparently the Alola forms are not in here. So I don't see Alola Meowth. That's interesting. Then we discussed this already. I'll go to the egg distance. So this is from the Silph Road. Now they don't have any percentages yet of how many Galarian forms are coming from the eggs and how many normal versions. I'm hoping that it's 50-50 there, but we have to wait for some more data. What they did put in already is the 100 IVs and 67 IVs. So you can look here at the numbers and say, if you encounter a 1235 Stunfisk from an egg, that's 100%. But you can force star it as well, of course. Then we have useless info here. The Ponyta model has been rotated. So, I guess I'm just putting it out there. It's not the most important information. Oh well. The last thing I want to talk about is some new quests that have come to Pokemon Go for the month of June. So we can see here for catching 3 ground-type Pokemon you will get Hippopotas, which is a nice shiny check. 3 grass, fire or ground you will get Cubone, shiny check. Earn 3 candies while walking with your buddy, Stunfisk, always nice. And remember that Stunfisk shares the same candies for Galarian Stunfisk, so you can catch the Stunfisk and then use the candies for the Galarian form as well if you'd like. Evolve Pokemon Sandslash is nice for the Stardust. And we have Give Your Body 3 Treats for a Wooper. Hatch an Egg for Palpitoad, which is nice for the Stardust again. 5 great Curveball Throws for Spinda version 5. Century Gifts for Barboach, Shiny Check. Take a snapshot of a ground-type Pokemon, Diglett, Shiny Check. Trade a Pokemon, Swinub, Shiny Check. Transfer 3 Pokemon for Numel. Use 5 berries to help catch a Pokemon for Drillbur. Win 1 raid for Marshtomp, which is good for the Stardust. And win in Go Battle League for Rhyhorn, which is another Shiny Check. All in all, nothing spectacular, but there are some decent rewards in there. Alright, that's everything for today. Hopefully tomorrow I can give you a little bit more information about the egg pool and your chances to get Galarian forms. We'll see you tomorrow.